Arcadeology, episode 48, featuring Tang Tang. Join us as we uncover artifacts from the arcades. My name is Brad. My co-hosts are Sky.
Hey.
Kyle.
Saw dudes.
And Jordan.
What's good?
I'm feeling pretty good. How about you?
I'm alright, man. It's a long day today, but I'm here.
We made it. This is always a good way to close the night out, I think.
Close the night out, dude.
For me and Jordan. Yeah, you
Yeah.
and Sky are just getting started now.
Yeah, y'all just waking up. Kyle wakes up, plays the game, and hops on here, man.
Yeah, Brad knows. I played it at about 2 hours ago.
Pretty standard. That's what we expect from you. Nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less.
That's right. Well, other than that, let's talk about some other games we've been playing. We'll get into Tang Tang here in a bit. You guys playing anything else this week?
I actually played a handful of games, just trying to test out a bunch of roguelikes, a couple other things, but I've been playing two games. I guess mainly the first one being Lockdown Protocol, which I don't know if you guys have even heard of that one, but it's basically Among Us, but it's like a third person Among Us, where you're down in the game, you know what I mean, running around.
Okay.
And to kill people and stuff.
Over the shoulder view?
Yeah, well actually no, I guess it's more of a first person. Yeah, but it's you know what I mean, you're down, yeah, you're first person into the game, whereas in Among Us it's a top down kind of looking at it.
Mm.
But yeah, so it's a first person Among Us where there's I mean, you guys have all played Among Us, yes?
Oh yeah.
I know enough of it.
Yeah, so this is it's like that, but everything's actually 3D, doing the tasks, they're actual physical objects and things that you move around and do things with, as opposed to bringing up a little mini game screen, a little iPad that only you can see. And if you are one of the killers, in Among Us, you could just click on someone and they just instantly die. But this is not like that. This is you actually have to smack them a couple times depending on what weapon you have. There's melee weapons and there's guns, but they're pretty rare, and you kind of have to run around and try to get them before other people get them. But you gotta really catch people by surprise, because if you smack somebody and they're ready for it, they could have a gun or they could have a knife, and then you have to fight them, and they could kill you. So yeah, killing somebody is not as easy as it is in Among Us. And then there's no alert button that brings everyone into a conference room so you can talk about what happened. There's just none of that. So you kind of have to do it on the fly. So if you see somebody kill somebody, or you're suspicious of somebody, you have to run around the ship and you know what I mean, try to converse with the other people and tell them about it before it's too late.
Is it a proximity chat?
Yeah, it's proximity.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool,
so you
then.
can run up to people and talk to them and whatever. But it's cool because there's some of the a lot of the tasks are actual objects, and so if you're they call it a dissident, is basically what the bad guy is. But if you're one of the dissidents, then obviously you can try to kill people, but since the task, a lot of them are physical objects, you can actually take the objects and try to hide them around the ship to prevent the crew members from getting the task done on time. So you have other ways than just killing people to try to run them out of time if you want to. But I've been playing that a good bit. It's been fun. And then just this new game that I just showed Skylar, it's a roguelike called Raiders of Black Veil. And it's a roguelike, but it has sort of Diablo-esque things to it, where there's you get gear and equipment and stuff from fighting. I don't have too much time into it yet. We just started playing it, but I can see myself probably sinking a good bit of time into this one. I don't know, Skylar, if you just want to segue into that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just got done playing that actually before we started this.
Oh, nice.
Before that, I think last episode I was talking about how I was kind of in a little gaming rut, nothing was really interesting to me, so I wasn't really playing anything. And then Kyle told me about this game Hell Clock, which is another kind of roguelike. And I was playing that for a while. I was liking it, but I don't know if it's going to be multiplayer or not. It's not actually released yet. I think it's early access, right?
Yeah.
So it's right now it's single player. I don't know if they have plans for multiplayer on it. But I was man, I wish I could play this game co-op, me and Kyle could play this together. So played that for a little while, grinding some stuff out, and then I took a little break. And after that, I randomly got back into a game called Awesome Knots. It shut down a couple years ago, and then Atari, I guess, bought it, and they're bringing it back now. So there's actually people playing Awesome Knots again. It's like it's kind of like a 2D side-scrolling MOBA, like League of Legends, pretty much, but it's just a 2D like platformer version of it. So I was playing that. That's pretty cool. And then Kyle told me about this new game he just found. So I was already playing those two. And then he just told me about this game, today? I think I just jumped on it
probably
today,
just a couple hours ago, yeah.
Yeah, he said it's pretty much like Hell Clock, but it's like multiplayer like we wanted. And it's kind of like got a little like Diablo feel to it, like loot and all that. I was like, alright, I'll check it out. And then, yeah, I've just been playing it for the past, I don't know, 2 hours maybe, 2-3 hours. And I'm like loving this game, so I can't wait for that to actually have like a full release. It's supposed to have multiplayer, but right now I guess they disabled it so they can get other stuff like figured out. But it's going to be multiplayer, so.
And will your progress carry over when they activate that, or you have to start over when they do like the full release?
That I'm not sure of. It's in a demo phase right now, so I don't know if they're done wiping stuff yet or.
Could go either way at this point.
So yeah, like I went from last week to playing like nothing to now playing like 4 different games.
Right? Your
Just-
power loaded up this week.
Yeah, Kyle got me back into it, man. He got me rolling with Hell Clock, and he told me about this game. Then I saw Awesome Knots came back, so that got me pumped up because I love that game. And then I also saw that Vampire Survivors, the game you got me into, Brad,
Yeah.
they have a Castlevania DLC.
I think I did see that.
Yeah, dude, I saw that on Steam. I was like, dude, if there's any way to pull me into a game, do like a Castlevania crossover.
That's all it needs.
That's all I needed to see. I was like, dude, that looks awesome. So I went on, rebooted Vampire Survivors, and I bought that DLC. And they have other stuff too, like an Among Us DLC, Contra. I think I bought the Contra and the Castlevania. I might buy the Among Us one. So I just like out of nowhere just got fully back into Vampire Survivors.
It's such a cheap game too, and I think all the expansions are pretty cheap too, so you can just like get everything for more than or less than most games total.
Yeah, it's like what's the base game, like $4 or something, maybe $3,
Something like that. Yeah, it's real cheap.
And all the expansions are like maybe $2-3 for expansions or something like that. And I think they just released one that was free also. I think it's some anime or some game I never heard of, like Emerald Saga or something. I never heard of it before, but apparently that's free for everybody.
Keeping it alive.
But yeah, I just been gaming like crazy now these past couple of days, so I got quite a few things to hold my interest now.
Heck yeah.
Nice. What about you, Jordan?
So, I guess I'll give you the little, the Expedition 33 update first. There's not much to say here. I do have the final dungeon area open. It's ready to go. I'm kind of just trying to do all of the extra stuff I can before I finish it off, because there's a lot of new areas and bosses and all kinds of cool stuff that opens up right before you go to the final dungeons. So I'm doing all that first. Kind of saw some mixed opinions online about that. A lot of people say that you should kind of just go and do the final boss first, and then you can like reload and come back and do all the extra stuff, because by the sounds of it, if I do all of this extra stuff first, I'm probably going to one-shot the final boss. So, I mean, but it's whatever. I'll play the game again, and I'll do it with more of a challenge. I'm not really all that worried about it for the first playthrough. I kind of just want to see everything the game has to offer as best I can. So, I will say, though, I take back what I said last episode about how even all the optional bosses are easy now, because damn, I was very wrong about that. I think the few I did at that point were pretty easy, and I'm realizing now that there are a ton of bosses, like optional bosses late in the game, that are just absolutely terrible. Like you have to be leveled up like crazy to take these guys on. So I still got a lot of work to do. It still might take me a little while to beat it, but that's okay. I'm right there at the end. So that Steam sale just ended, and I was looking to kind of upgrade my Steam Deck and, just add some new stuff to it other than the stuff I just always play. And I bought 16 games for $160, like during one of the last days of the Steam sale.
You went huge.
I went hard,
Loaded it
man.
up.
I went hard. So I got 16 games, about $10 a pop, so not too bad. Just gonna kind of go through the list here. A lot of the games, it's 16 in total. A lot of them are like bundles, So like, for example, I got the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 1 through 6. So that's the first 6 Final Fantasy games all in one, just kind of like more modern and updated. We got the PS2 GTA collection, so that's GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. I got Baldur's Gate 3, which I've heard a lot of good things about. Figured I'd give that a look. Don't know a ton about it yet, but try it out. I got the Final Fantasy X and X-2 remaster. Brad, I told you I was going to do this one, the Crash Insane trilogy. So that's 3 more games right there. Really just want to play Warped, but got all 3 of them. And then I also got some like mech fighter game that I don't remember the name of, but that one was actually like a free game. So that's just the number 16 one there though. But the only game of the ones I bought I've actually played so far, and this is probably the game I've been playing the most of since our last recording, is of all things Final Fantasy 1. I would like to kind of make it my mission to at some point eventually beat every Final Fantasy game, because I've only beaten I think 4 of them. So I eventually want to beat them all, so I just figured why not start right at the beginning with Final Fantasy 1. I tell you, I definitely could not imagine playing the original NES version nowadays. I'm pretty sure that would be terrible, but the Pixel remaster is pretty cool. I'm trying to play it like as legit as possible without all of the extra like added quality of life stuff like the no encounters and the double experience and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to play it more legit, and I mean it's fun, but I mean it definitely is. It's not a modern game by any means. I mean I kind of lovingly refer to it as Random Encounter Simulator, the video game, because that's pretty much all the whole game is. Whereas like a more modern Final Fantasy game, maybe you're spending a lot of your time in town and talking to NPCs and whatnot. This game, you're in town pretty much just to buy your items and your magic, and you're off again. And so you're pretty much just running into random encounters every like 30 seconds throughout this entire game. And it gets a little exhausting. And I can turn them off, but again, I'm trying to play it pretty legit. And I know I'm pretty close to the end of it. It's a pretty short game. I want to say I'm roughly about 9 or 10 hours in. And I feel like I only have about maybe 2 or 3 hours left. So pretty soon here, I should be able to say I finally beat Final Fantasy 1 for the first time ever, which is long overdue. But yeah, soon enough I'll have that done. I'll have Expedition 33 done, and I'll have to find something else to move on to. That's about it right now, though.
The one you mentioned that interests me the most is Baldur's Gate 3. I picked that up as well, but haven't really played it either. But I know it's you can do 4-player co-op, so I mean, if these guys want to pick it up, we should hop in and start a campaign. That would be fun.
Be cool. The only thing I really know about it is that it's like D&D inspired, kind of.
Yeah, yep.
I still have PTSD from Baldur's Gate.
I never played any of them.
You guys remember what happened with our Baldur's Gate?
The one we borrowed from Chris, and we only had like the first disc or something, and we could never progress.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what
what
I
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh no.
He had like, was it just Baldur's Gate, right? It was just the first one?
I think so.
I think it was just Baldur's Gate, the original, but it was like a 5-disc game.
Jeez.
And but we didn't own the game. Our friend Chris had it, and he lived a couple blocks away, and so he would play it, and when he would beat disc 1, he would let us use it, and then when he would finish disc 2, we would get it, and we were like playing it together like that. But then he ended up like going to his dad's house in like Virginia, and he took it with him, and then when he came back, he like forgot the 5th disc or something at his dad's house, and so we never got to beat it. We just got to disc 4.
Oh no.
That was the
5
end
is
of it.
crazy. I've never seen a 5-disc game before. I've seen 4 discs with like the later Final Fantasies, but never a 5-disc.
I gotta look it up. I could be making that up, but I thought that's how it went.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it was a lot. It was a PC game too, so I'm not sure how many discs it was, but yeah, it was definitely a long game.
Yeah, I've never played any of them. I'm really unfamiliar with them other than just hearing the name before. And I kind of just looked into it a little bit just to see if it was something I would be interested in. And I mean, it sounds cool enough. I mean, it does sound like it's pretty like heavily inspired by D&D, but saw more than enough people saying you don't really need to know D&D to play it and enjoy it. So my main thing I looked up is if it's an open world game. Because you guys know I hate those, and most people were kind of like it's more like sandbox than open world, so not quite. I don't know. We'll give it a shot and see how it is.
Yeah, I just looked it up, dude. The original Baldur's Gate released in 1998 came on 5 CD-ROMs.
Jeez. Crazy.
We never got to finish it, man.
Maybe someday. Go find that 5th disc. Get back
Somewhere there's a saved file, dude, on disc 4.
to it.
I picked up a few games on the Steam sale. I didn't get to dip into many of them yet, but the only one I really checked out, actually I was playing it, and then I was talking to Kyle, like, I don't know, very shortly after. I think we were doing something else, but and he said, you should check out this game. It's called Haste. I was like, wait a second. I look at my Steam Deck. Well, that's the game I was just playing. It's called Haste. It's the exact same. Just coincidentally recommended me the same exact game I was just got done playing. But it's pretty cool though. It's like I don't know if you guys ever played. I played it on Android, like in the App Store forever ago. It was like one of the first mobile games I remember like that I actually really liked. It's called Dragonfly.
Nope.
You ever play that?
I don't think I played that now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, it's like a little 2D side-scrolling kind of thing. And there's just like hills, like it's bumpy, and you have this little dragon, and he just starts moving, and you hold in the screen and let it go, like at the top of your jump or the top of the hill, and you like go up real high, and then when you press and hold the screen, it like sinks him back down, like pulls the gravity back down. You got to get like a perfect landing. It's just like swoosh, makes like a little sound when you get like the perfect like angle and stuff. That's what this game reminds me of a lot, but it's just like a 3D version of that. So you're like free running through like this. I don't know, you're going like pretty fast, just like running through the landscapes and stuff, and you launch up the hill, and I think I'm playing on Steam, but I just hold in A, or on my Steam Deck, hold in A, and it makes you like sink back down. You just got to get like the perfect landing, and it gives you like speed boost. It has like a little speedometer, how fast you're running, but it also has like roguelike elements, so you go on runs, and they give you different abilities. Like if you get like 3 perfects, it'll give you some health back, because if you run into stuff, you take damage, and then I'm not too far into it. I beat like 2 of the bosses. Like there's not like real actual combat that you would traditionally think. You just gotta dodge all the obstacles, not die, make it to the boss, and usually you just gotta launch up and like hit into him, and it does damage. And so far it's just been like 3 hits, and they like reset, they go somewhere else, and you gotta find them again and run into them. But it's a pretty fun game so far. It's a nice game to just hop into. Doesn't really take a ton of thought. You just kind of mindlessly fly over the hills and cruise down and try to get those perfect landings. It feels nice when you get one.
Just relax and enjoy yourself with it.
Yeah. I did get on and play that after we talked about it.
Checked it out.
Yeah, I just beat like the first area, so I just did the one boss. But
Oh, okay. What do you think of it?
it's pretty chill. I don't know. I had to play it a little bit more and like see what else there is. But as far as like the roguelike elements go, I don't know what all they offer there, but when I played it was fun. It was just kind of like I don't know, you almost feel like Sonic the Hedgehog sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like flying around the map. Like there's like a corruption like taking over like all these different worlds, and you're like running through trying to like see like what's causing it, and I guess probably trying to fix it. So like the whole time you're like you have to keep your speed up, because if you run into too many things, like the corruption will end up like catching up to you and like killing you anyway.
You're just non-stop trying to run full speed. And if you don't get like the perfect landing, sometimes you'll get like a bad landing, it'll say okay, and then you're not going as fast. You'll start slowing down, and that's when the corruption will catch up to you. So you do gotta kind of keep up with the better landings when on like some of the, I guess, higher levels. I'm assuming it's gonna get a lot harder, but so far it hasn't been too bad. And the roguelike elements are pretty light. It doesn't really seem like there's, so far they haven't been that significant. It's just kind of a little bit of bonus here and there. But I felt also like the maps, I guess, are probably different seeds, so you don't play the same thing over and over again if you repeat one of like the shards.
I was telling Kyle, like the more like roguelike games I'm downloading and playing, like I'm starting to realize that's kind of like my new favorite style of game lately. All the games I've been playing have been roguelike. I have the most fun playing those like style games anymore.
I think it's just the fact that it's something that people just throw into like every game. It's just like because it can be any genre of game, and then they can just throw roguelike elements into it, and they're just kind of throughout everything now, it seems like.
Yeah. Well, I guess more accurately, the roguelite, I guess, since you get some kind of progression.
Right.
I don't like the pure roguelikes, which is pretty much you just start the game over every single time. Like you save nothing.
Start from scratch.
Yeah. Not a huge fan of that. Unless it's like our games like these, like arcade games, there's nothing to really save.
Yeah, I'm definitely there with you, man. I think roguelites are probably by far my favorite genre of game at the moment. Until, we'll see what Halo 7 has in store. We'll see if we can bring back the FPSs, but...
Yeah.
Might have to turn Halo into a roguelike, man. I don't know.
Dude, I'm down.
Gotta try something. Well, I think that's pretty much it for us here then. I guess we're going to talk about a game that is not a roguelike or a roguelite. This is Tang Tang. Developed by Excellent Soft Design and released in the arcades in the year 2000, making it our newest game. Tang Tang is a single-screen platformer, so no scrolling, everything is visible on the stage immediately. A couple games like this, Bomberman, Joe and Mac, where everything is visible, the entire stage, but the goal here, you have to collect all the coins on a stage, opens a portal, and then to finish that stage, you just gotta reach the portal. But the main mechanic that makes this game a bit unique is you have a button to create blocks. So you can use the blocks to traverse the stage, get up higher to get to the coins. Which I thought was actually a pretty cool ability for an arcade game like this. I wouldn't have expected to see something like this, being able to just make blocks and climb through the stage.
Yeah, you kind of just make the level up as you go, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's like you get a couple starter platforms and stuff, like the initial setup, but then majority of it's just open space for you to make your own path.
Like a primitive 2D Minecraft kind of thing. You just kind of building blocks, hopping on, and climbing up.
It's easy to get yourself into trouble in this game, though, for sure. You can kind of build yourself into a bad spot.
Oh, yeah.
That is certainly how many of my deaths have come.
For sure. You'll place blocks and it affects the enemy's pathing, like where they're going, and then all of a sudden they wouldn't be able to get to you, but you fill that gap, then all of a sudden they're coming right at you and they outrun you, so you can't get away from them in time. You start panicking. I've had that many times.
You're slow. A lot of them are much faster. Not all of them, but
There's only one enemy, dude. I swear, like, the deaths that I had, I think are almost all from one enemy type. I'm gonna let you guys guess which one it is.
all right. There's
Just the
two
little spike balls.
There's two for me.
I'm gonna say the spiky ball as well.
It's
The yellow
100%
spiky ball.
spike balls. Just because they're one of those
Yeah.
guys, it's like you just kind of ignore them, and then like you're like avoiding them and like doing other things, and then all of a sudden you just place one block that he can attach to, and all of a sudden his pathing is different, and like you just overlook him every time.
Because he kind of just follows a set path around the already the preset blocks on the stage. But then if you put a block beside it attached to those preset ones, then he'll latch onto that one instead. And now 30 seconds later, you see he's actually the whole other side of the stage. He's just following you the whole way across it.
Yeah, it's like I've noticed that one was coming at me, and like you can place blocks right in front of you, but if the enemy's like starts moving onto that space, you can't place it. So I'm like panicking, trying to place that block, trying to just do anything I can to get away, but it's too late.
Yeah, that did get me a couple times too. Like trying to place a block, and like either the enemy is entering that same space, so you can't place it. Or
Right.
I've done it once or twice where there was like, one of the coins or something was already in that spot. I didn't realize that you couldn't put a block on top of it.
It makes the game feel a little bit puzzly. I mean, I don't know if I'd classify it as a full-on puzzle game. There's not like actual things for you to solve, but you just got to be careful where you place the blocks or which blocks you break, because any of the ones you place, you can also break them. And a lot of the blocks on the stage, you're also free to break. There's some permanent ones which you can affect, but yeah, like we were saying, you can reroute the enemies and they start coming at you and you panic and just get yourself killed.
Yeah, some of those levels, man, I felt the time pressure real bad.
Yeah.
I definitely beat a couple levels where I had 1 second left.
Yeah.
Really, the timer really never got me. There were maybe 2 or 3 times where it told me to hurry up, but even then I still had plenty of time left over. I felt like I didn't think the timer was too bad.
Yeah, well, it was just like bad planning that like put me in that position. Like usually it was like I said, the spike balls. Like if I go around like doing the whole stage and I get towards the end and like you've built so many blocks by then that all of a sudden the spike balls can go wherever they want. And then it's like you have to like fully bail on your thing and jump all the way back to the bottom so you don't die. And then it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
then to climb back up.
I'm definitely mismanaged them.
Yeah, the worst is whenever you die near the top of the stage and then it spawns you right back at the bottom again. Having to start over from the bottom is awful.
Yeah, but all your blocks are still there, but it's like
Yeah.
it kind of sucks sometimes because it's like they're in your way now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, you can build like a big tower going up, and then as soon as you something happens and you fall back to the bottom, like your tower doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to like break the blocks that are in your way and like replace every single one and climb the whole way back up. So you kind of screw yourself like that sometimes.
Because you're not building like a staircase generally. Usually just going like left, put one, jump on it, turn right, put one there, jump on it. Just kind of build like a ladder going up, which you
Yeah.
can't reuse.
Little zigzag pattern.
And I don't know if you guys, I didn't really utilize it much, but if you go under a block, you can jump up like Mario style and hit it with your head and break it.
Yeah, just have to
Yeah,
hit
I
it
did
twice,
that quite
I
a
believe.
bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I didn't really use much at all outside like the boss fights was your ranged attack. I wasn't sure how to do it at first, so I went back and rewatched like the intro thing, and you have to hold it down, and I think you press jump, and it shoots a little projectile. I think you can only carry like 4 at a time, but I'm not really sure how you refill them. I kind of got real conservative with them and never really used them, and then I just ended up like going through the whole game without ever using them.
I would randomly get some out of like a block sometimes.
Was it like one of the power ups?
Yeah. I didn't even know about it for like the first boss fight. I didn't shoot any of them. I didn't know what it was or how to shoot. Really, I didn't. I missed that part in the little intro thing. I saw all the other stuff, but I don't know. I blanked out when it talked about shooting stuff, so I didn't know about it.
It comes on the screen quick. I had to go back and reread it. Yeah, it goes by fast. It's like the last thing it shows you, and it speeds by it. It's like it's a pretty important thing, and they just kind of brush over it.
Yeah, I missed that. I got to the boss, and I was like, all right, it's that. What was the first boss? I can't remember what he was.
For me, it was the sun. I think you can do it in different orders, though.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the sun or. Anyway, I got to the boss, and he's bouncing around doing his like pattern shooting stuff. I chilled there. I was like, all right, maybe I have to wait for him to come down here and like maybe it's like Mario. I can jump on his head or something. So he got beneath me. I jumped on him, instantly died. I'm like, okay, it's not like Mario. I was like, maybe what else can I do? All I can do is place blocks. Maybe you got to wait for this guy to come down here and place a block on him. That'll hurt him. He comes down. I place a block. He just hits me and kills me again. I'm like, all right, that doesn't do anything. I died quite a few times. Yeah, I was like, dude, how do I kill this thing? I can't do anything. And like, there's no timer, so you don't have to worry about time. You can't run out of time or anything like that. And eventually, I just ended up hitting down, and I started doing button combos, and I found out, oh, okay, down and jump makes you shoot. So, it took me a couple of deaths to realize how to actually fight the boss.
Thankfully, I did not miss that, but I will say it's kind of annoying that they made the jump button and the shoot button the same button, as opposed to just having a third button, because I definitely got my buttons mixed up a lot of times, which resulted in a good handful of deaths. Like, like something's coming at me, I gotta place a block really quick, but nope, I pressed jump instead. It's I gotta shoot this thing. Nope, it just jumped instead of shooting it. I hate that it's the same button instead of just having a third one.
Yeah, I mixed my buttons up a couple times. That resulted in a couple deaths.
Yeah, whenever you got something running at you and you're feeling panicked, it's very easy to press the wrong button.
I'm assuming like probably the original arcade cabinet only had 2 buttons, which is why they did it that way.
Yeah, just surprised they didn't add a third one.
But luckily for me, I was already in a Discord call with Skylar when I was playing this game, because I got to the boss too and had no idea there was a shooting function.
How'd you guys all miss that?
I mean,
it
just
happened
like
fast,
ran
man.
through the.
I don't know.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was like, it tells you the things, but it does go pretty quick.
Yeah, there's definitely a pretty big lack of ammunition in the non-boss fights, because in the boss fights it's unlimited. You can just spam the button a million times, but when you're attacking a normal enemy with it, yeah, you get like 3 or 4 of them, and then for me, I pretty much never found power-up ones. It was just whenever I died, I got them back. So I was kind of careful with them as well. I really only used them for like 2 specific enemies. One of them being Kyle's spiky ball friend.
Yeah, but I was like Brad though. Unless it was a boss fight, I literally never used them.
Yeah, I wish I would have used it more, because like you said, you get unlimited in the boss fights. It doesn't matter how many you have when you get there. You can just spam it as much as you want. So like your supply of it, you're supposed to use throughout the stages, because to help, I guess, make it a little easier. It would have been a little smoother if I would have actually tried to kill the enemies with that, because once you shoot them, it just takes 1 hit and they're gone for the rest of that stage. So, and then you're probably, I mean, unless you're going to like 1 credit this game, probably going to be dying a good bit, so you'll be getting them replenished anyways. So if I were to go back, I'd try to be a little smarter about actually using them.
I use them a couple times. Once I found out how to actually shoot.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I thought after I figured that out on the boss level. I was like, oh, okay, I can shoot. I didn't see ammo, and I was spamming it the whole time, so I was like, all right, I guess I got infinite ammo. Next level, I started with like whatever, 2 or 3 of them. So I started trying to pop off and kill everything. Killed like 2 dudes and I ran out. I was like, oh no, it's limited now. I shot like 2 stupid things I probably didn't need to kill. I
Yeah.
was like,
Right.
man, they
The
tricked me.
slow-moving ones.
Yeah, but it's cool. You can shoot the things on the walls like that spit fireballs at you.
Yes, that's the other enemy I saved my bullets for. The spiky
Yeah.
balls and those dudes.
Surprised you can do that because like usually, I don't know. I feel like a lot of games. I thought that would be just like an obstacle or like a background thing that you can't touch really. Like they always sit there and shoot, and you're just supposed to shoot the guys that move around. So I was surprised when I shot at it and that thing just died. I was like, oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. I didn't even attempt to. I just figured there's no way you're killing that thing, so I just try to avoid it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I automatically defaulted to, oh, you can't kill those things on the walls. And I was jumped up, I was like, let me give it a shot. Fired at him and he disappeared.
This game has 5 different worlds you have to clear, with each one ending in a boss battle, of course. But the stages themselves, I mean, they're like themed different. They're different planets. There's like the snow, there's the ice. I think there's an underwater one. But I mean, the actual gameplay, I don't feel like there was all that different. It's just kind of like the same thing over and over again with different background. Maybe a few different enemies here and there, but overall, the stages I didn't think were all that interesting.
No, they were really all the same. I will say, though, some of the background images were hilarious because a lot of them just used, like, actual real-life images with really bad picture quality. I mean, most of them were just, like, nature images, so it's like a forest or something, but I also saw one that was, like, a firefighter, some randomly, like, drawn futuristic cities. There were some dolphins and sharks. Just really bad quality images. So some of them were kind of funny looking.
I didn't even notice that. I wish I'd have paid more attention.
I didn't notice my first time playing through. Then my second time, I was like, is that a dolphin in the background? A really bad picture of a dolphin. The firefighter one was the one that was really random. There was like a fire-based planet, and it's all like, oh, volcanoes and fires, and then it's just a picture of a firefighter just standing there in front of like a burning building or something.
Probably one of those like stock images you can find online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the makers of the game just went out and took some random pictures and uploaded them to their really crappy computers.
I don't know. I'd question that they're in the water taking pictures of dolphins, but
hey, you never know, man.
So.
I mean, only the best for Tang Tang.
Yeah.
They could have went to the aquarium. You don't know.
Yeah, they had like a very like unique gameplay. It's very simple, but like I felt like it could have been way cooler. Like I feel like they had like a really good premise, you know what I mean? And then like they kind of just stopped there. But if they could have like built on it a little bit more, like yeah, it could have been a lot better of a game. 'Cause it's definitely unique. Like I haven't ever seen a game like this, like you know what I mean, for that time where you kind of have this like creative freedom to just like navigate however you want and build blocks and destroy them and all kinds of stuff. But it was just like it was just. There's 5 worlds, whatever, like 5 stages, and it's just everything's exactly the same, dude. There's like a couple of enemies. Yeah, it's just all the same. I don't know, man. I mean, if you guys want to get into the bosses, you know, we can. But
I think the bosses are going to be about a minute total.
They're all the exact same thing too. They're pretty much the same fight. They just
dude,
look different.
100% the same. They all did the exact same thing. They just look different.
Yeah, and they're super, super easy to abuse. I mean, the boss fights are extremely simple. You just kind of build yourself a little tower to climb up a few spots on the side and then keep on firing. And for the most part, they move in a pattern and don't even touch you.
Yep. There's a spot on every single one of them. It might even be the exact same spot where you stand. And the boss will never go there.
Pretty close.
And they all do the same. Yeah, they do the same attack. It's just like the sprites are different, but it's all the same thing. And yeah, you just build a tower, stand there, and just keep shooting until he dies. There's nothing to it.
If anybody's curious, if they want to check out Tang Tang or they want to see if they like it, just play like the first world to the first boss, and like that's the entire game like 5 more times.
Yeah.
That's you could stop there after the first planet if you want, and like you got the gist of the game.
It doesn't go on forever. It's still a fairly short game, but it's definitely just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I was let down with those boss fights. That's always one of the highlights for me, like a good, fun, strategic boss fight. You got to learn their pattern, but no, you don't get any of that here.
I almost wanted to stop when I got to the second boss and realized it was the same exact thing. Yeah. I was like, dude, he does the same moves. He shoots like the same exact pattern. I can build the same tower in the same spot and just spam like there's no way I got to do this whole thing again like 3 more times.
Sure do.
After the second, I was almost done, but I was like, you know what? It's not that long. It's like 5 levels, 6 levels. I'll just tough it out and play through it.
And they have a little bit more HP each boss fight, so it's the same thing.
That was the
every
annoying
time.
part.
It's
like,
the
I already
same
know
thing
I
every
can win.
time, but it takes a little bit longer.
Some of them, dude, the last boss took so much longer with all that HP. I was like, dude, I know I'm gonna win, and like, I don't have to do anything. I could just literally like look away and do something else and win this battle. But they're gonna make you sit there and shoot them for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, I mean, does anybody at least have a favorite boss just based on looks? I mean, there's nothing too special to say about them other than that.
I honestly, it was all blur to me, man. I don't even remember them. I'd have to look at each image.
The one is like a piranha plant knockoff from Mario. There's that. That's about the most interesting one.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe the snowman. He's all right.
There you
He
go,
was all right. That's all
He's
you
a good
get.
guy.
He
He's
was
smart,
all right.
dude. He had like he just had a big old smile on his face.
Yeah, man. Then
Having
you
fun.
got the big floating purple alien head and the fish and the sun. Super exciting stuff, dude.
Dude, it's crazy, dude. The bosses were literally, they do the exact same thing, the exact same attacks, every single one of them. What were we thinking on this, dude?
It's just barely moving a different pattern. You just find the safe spot and keep shooting.
Just the audacity, dude. To the difficulty scaling is to give them more health.
Kyle's
So just
offended.
just stand there for longer. Like, what are we doing?
Okay, Kyle did say this game does give you some creative freedoms. Do you guys know what comes with the territory? You guys ever heard of the term TTP?
No.
I don't know what
No?
that is.
No one knows TTP? No one?
Should I?
I don't think so.
Oh, you're about to. It is. It stands for time to penis. It's the amount of time it takes someone to create a dick in your game. You guys never heard that before?
No.
No? Come on. It's
Never
a thing.
heard that
It's a thing.
in my life.
You're making this
Mike,
up,
you know what I
dude.
mean?
I mean,
I'm
I
not
knew
making
the
this up. This is
general
the thing.
concept, like people do that, but I didn't know it had an actual name to it.
So yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? I gotta draw myself a dick, so I did it. I created one, man. It just crossed my mind. So I booted the game up. I was already done with my playthrough. I just hopped in just to make a dick real quick, and then got out. I just had to do it.
I'm happy for you, man.
Dude, I was happy too. I was smiling the whole time. I feel like this is probably the longest TTP of any game. I feel like I might be the first one to have done it.
I was
25
gonna say we have
years
to
in.
we have to go check the records and see if it's been done before
That's
on
true, dude. That's true.
There might be like a new speedrun category for that. Who
Yeah,
can, make
it
the,
would
fa-
be.
who
Takes
can
you
build it
make
the
a dick.
fastest? See if you got the world record fastest one.
Dang, dude, the fastest TTP.
Dude, that'd be great alongside your JJ Squawker thing, man. You could pick up another
Oh,
trophy
man.
here.
That's right. Stack them up. Yeah, sometimes you got to create your own fun with a game that's boring. You just got to get in there and make a dick. Try it, Jordan. You're missing out.
I'm good, dude. Appreciate the offer,
All right.
though.
I'll hold the record. I did it in stage 1, by the way, so pretty good record, I feel like.
I'm happy for you, dude. Glad you had a
Thank
good time
you.
with it.
Thank you. Anyway, you guys got anything else you wanted to talk about on Tang Tang?
Man, I don't know.
I mean, I didn't make any Tang Tang Wang Wangs.
No wang
No,
wangs, just me?
no.
All right. Someone had to do it.
I got a few things here. Did you guys happen to see the story of this game?
I did. I had it noted
Absolutely
down. If you
not.
want to read it to us, be my
Okay,
guest.
well, I don't have like an exact. I kind of just saw like a synopsis on Wikipedia or something like that because I didn't
Aw.
see anything like story related in here. But if you have it actually written down,
Word for word. You got to hear it word for word. You ready?
go for it. Because I know the general idea, but that's it. I'm ready.
All right, here it goes. The Earth seems to be peaceful forever, but the increasing population, there's a big trouble on Earth. Therefore, we cannot live in this planet anymore. Finally, some scientists decided to find out another planet, same as the Earth. Now, it's high time to find out the new planet. Many young and brave people gathered to be selected as a warrior. The only one who has wisdom and valor will be the best. Who will find out planet? That's the intro, dude.
Hold
That's the
on,
story.
Hold on. First of all, so yeah, that's basically the story. The world's overpopulated. They're trying to find another planet to live on. That's it. The end. but none of these planets are Earth-like. Like, how do they think these are Earth-like planets? The one is all lava, the one is all ice, the one's all underwater, the one's like some fake futuristic city somebody drew in like MS Paint or something. None of these are very Earth-like to me at all.
I was gonna say my biggest gripe is when you finish the game, they never answer the question, who will find out planet? I want to know who finds out planet, man.
Who found out planet? That's actually one of the trivia questions, is who found out planet?
Oh no.
I think they finally found it. They got there, they're looking around, they go, what the? They look on the ground, it says Brad was here. Who's Brad? They look around, they go, why are there dick towers everywhere?
Oh no.
What happened? I have so many questions.
Left my mark.
His new gamer tags, TTP Brad.
Oh man.
Planet TTP, man.
That's right. And also on like the main screen, there's it's the first game I've seen that we played that has a website like listed on the actual title screen. I went to check it out, but it's a dead link, it seems like. So I was disappointed that I couldn't go visit the website.
I didn't even see that.
Probably took you to like a Rickroll page.
It's the fan art, all the dicks everyone created.
I was gonna say, you
years.
mean a dick roll, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah, the game also has 4 different characters. They're all just visually different, but they don't do anything different in the actual
As
game.
you could imagine, they're all exactly the same.
Just like everything else.
Yeah, I only ever chose the little blue guy, but I just figured they were pretty much all the same.
I think the only cool thing is they do have different attacks. It's just different animations. It's the same exact thing, it just looks different also.
Yeah, they're just like the bosses.
Yes,
Yeah,
they did that.
Yeah, like the red guy has a fireball, the yellow guy has like lightning bolts. It's the exact same attack, same pattern, just different sprites like everything else.
It gives like if you let like the intro screen play out or whatever, like before you actually play, it brings up each one of them as like their profile. Every one of them it says like age, and it says age, hobby, and then it gives like a description of them or whatever. Every single one of them says age and has a question mark. It's like, why even list that as a thing on their profile? It's not even going to show.
Wait. More importantly, what are their hobbies?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they got some good hobbies. Do you have them, Jordan?
No, I don't. I want to know.
All right, the first one, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the names right, but I'm just going to say whatever I want. First one is Psyche. The hobby is blocking block. That sounds fun.
Okay.
Nana's hobby is unknown, just like Nana's age, so most pointless one. We got Nikki.
Mysterious woman. Damn.
Nikki's hobby is smashing block, and Ruru's hobby is arranging flowers.
The only normal one.
That's it. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say all their profiles were exactly the same.
They should have been.
Wait. Which one of them likes to draw dicks?
Probably Nana, because it was unknown. Didn't want to put it on there. It should say TTP.
That's fair.
That's the secret character, BB.
Yeah. So you can either block some block or smash some block, depending on who you want to use here.
I was smashing some block, man. I was
Smashing some block.
Only other thing I want to point out, and I didn't know that you could do this until I watched the video. So I thought you could only place blocks directly in front of you, and then you had to jump on top of them. But I didn't realize apparently you can place them like kind of down below you on the same level as you and just keep walking straight forward. And I feel like that would have made my life a lot easier if I knew that. I thought you had to just put them right in front of you and then jump up. Didn't realize you could build them in a straight line.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that would suck.
Build them straight out, and you can break them that way too.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a pretty easy game, but I'm sure that would have made it much better.
Yeah, if you're holding down as you're going forward, you can put them under you. You can also jump and place them up higher, but I don't really ever find a use for that.
Yeah. I also didn't realize that if an enemy was standing on top of one of the breakable blocks, you could break it whenever they're standing on it and then kill them that way too. I thought the only way to really do it was to shoot them.
I saw you could do that, but I never really utilized it. I just ran around like an idiot and drew some dicks.
Fair enough, dude. As long as you had a good time.
Well, you guys got anything else we missed you want to bring up?
I don't
Leave
think
them
so,
good.
man. Unfortunately, like I said, this game had a pretty good premise, and then I don't know what happened. It's just like they stopped. They like had the idea, and then just like came up with no more ideas. They're like, that would be a cool idea. Then that was the end of it. They just made that.
The only idea.
They had one idea.
Did anybody get the little clock thing? You can like freeze time for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, a few
Yeah, I think I
times.
got
That
it
was
once,
nice.
maybe twice.
I didn't see it a whole lot. I only saw like a handful of times during the whole game. But that would have come in a little bit more handy if that was actually more frequent.
Yeah, I think all those things are like, kind of like trapped under the pre-existing blocks, and it was just like very rare that I found myself needing to break those blocks, and so I
Yeah.
just didn't.
It was also one that added to like your overall time for that stage, and there was a speed up that makes you, I guess, run a little faster. But yeah, I didn't really see those too often. All right, well, for anyone listening, if they want to hop in our Discord and submit any memories or thoughts about our next game, we always announce one game ahead on there so you can see what's coming down the line. Unsurprisingly, no comments on Tang Tang this week, so get in
What?
on the Discord and
I thought that was a
submit for the
huge
next game.
game.
They must have just not seen the memo. I don't know. Maybe we're going to come
Dang.
back around on it.
Dang, that's a bummer.
Anyways, let's move into the numbers. Start off with our credit usage, how many credits it took us to complete this game. For me, 13 credits. I just played it once, and that was it. I didn't go back for a second run. So I one and done with 13. Jordan, how'd you do?
So as I said, I'm sure I would have done much better had I realized I could place the blocks straight ahead in a line and walk forward, rather than having to constantly jump up one every time I moved. But I feel like I still did okay. I finished with 11 credits.
Nice. Scott?
I thought Brad was gonna say he did it in like 3.
Or 1.
No.
I was like,
no
oh man,
way.
I thought I was doing bad. It took me 8 credits.
Nice. Keeps getting better. Kyle, going to continue the trend here? What do we got?
I'm gonna leave the trend right where it's at. I also did it in 8 credits.
Nice,
Oh, nice. There we go. Look at that.
bro. Hey, look at this dude coming in, man.
I do think I could have won credit this game though, if I had played it
Yeah.
a second time, if not a third.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, because I mean, this game was easy, and it was like the deaths that I had were pretty dumb. Like, I died like twice on the boss because I didn't know how to even fight him. So like, you would eliminate some deaths there, and then like I said, I mean, same with you, Brad. Like, I never used the attack unless it was a boss stage. So like, I would just use those to kill like the spike ball guys, and then probably just never die.
Yeah, I just don't think I'd have the willpower to want to play through this game again.
No, there's no way.
Not to say
Yeah.
it was terrible, but it was just you really only need to do like the first world, and then you pretty much understand the whole game.
Yeah, you've seen the game.
That's too much pressure to go through that many stages, not wanting to get hit a single time. I'd be too stressed out. I would not want to do that.
Let's do this. Let's do a thought experiment on this game. It's like, it has a good premise. What do you guys think is like just one thing they could add that would have made the game much better? If you could change like one thing about it.
I would say different boss patterns.
Okay.
Different.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, different bosses entirely. I mean, when I think of patterns, I'm thinking it's kind of just the way they're moving. I think they need like all different attacks, patterns, everything. But
Well, yeah, I mean like unique
Yeah.
bosses, pretty much.
yeah. I mean that, and just try to find a way to make the worlds, the planets, different,
Maybe
rather
more-
than the same thing.
Maybe more actual puzzle elements, like have switches you have to hit, and I mean, push block puzzles, that kind of stuff with it.
Yeah, I was thinking obviously the bosses, but maybe even like you can. It's kind of your character remind me of Bomberman a little bit, so I'm gonna steal something from
Mhm.
there. You just place a block and kick it, so you can kind of use it as like a blunt object to smash enemies.
Hey,
Be kind of cool.
I mean, obviously the bosses need some work there, but just to add more to it, so we're not all just saying bosses. I wonder how this would play if you had like a limited amount of blocks you could place.
Yeah,
And so
I was
you would
kind
have to,
of I was kind of surprised that wasn't the case. I was kind of expecting that.
Yeah, like if you had to like place some blocks and then like maybe like delete a couple as you're going up, it means you could reuse those blocks. And then like if you're gonna have it so the blocks are limited, then you would have to have like when you die, it just deletes all the blocks.
That would definitely add a more puzzly element to it because you got to be careful with where you place them and stuff.
Yeah.
there's so many other cool things that you could build onto that. Like it's a really good like base for a game, but they just kind of stopped at the base stage.
I think a fun stage would be to mix it up instead of them because the majority of them are empty. If like you had one that was full of blocks and you gotta kind of dig your way through, that'd be kind of cool to switch up the gameplay.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I thought of that because when I was messing around just after my main run, drawing dicks and stuff, I started trying to fill. I started trying to fill up the whole thing to see how far. I got it like halfway up before I ran out of time, so I was just seeing if it would let you get the whole way to the top, but I didn't quite make it because I ran out of time.
Oh, they could have done like, for like maybe like a halfway point or something, like a bonus stage or whatever you want to call it. Like one of those stages where, like, you know how the screen just keeps moving up and you have to keep like, jumping to like stay ahead of it and like, climb to the top. Had something like that. Yeah, where there's like you still have all the enemies and obstacles in the way, but you have to like do it quickly and like build your way up to the top.
There's so many
That'll
like
be
cool,
fun.
like modern like gameplay mechanics that would fit well with that. Like, even something like changing the gravity. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Walking underneath the blocks, walking on the walls and stuff. That would change like the whole puzzle aspect of it.
Yeah.
Just anything like that.
Solid idea, just missing a couple little things to make it stand out a little more. So, I feel like we mostly covered our thoughts through our credits there, but we're going to go into the ratings now. Said most of what we needed to say, but we're going to cover this, or I'm sorry, we're going to rate this out of 216. That's the total playable spaces from top to bottom. I don't know, I thought it was like we said, I thought it was a cool idea, but they just didn't introduce anything new the entire game. Stage 1, that's the entire game essentially. So this is one of the few games that I didn't want to go back and do a better run just because it was pretty boring. Some games I didn't really want to go back, but I still did it anyways. I was like, all right, I can do a little better. I'll try it again. But this, once I was done with it, I was like, nope, that's it. We're not coming back to this one. So it's not getting a great score. I'm giving it a 76 out of 216.
Ouch.
Pretty low. I mean, I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm a little too hard on it, but it is what it is.
I mean, I'm right there. I was thinking of giving it a 70.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like I said, I thought they had like a really unique premise for the time, and then they just stopped. Like I don't know what they lost momentum. I don't know what their plan was here, but it was a really unique idea, and I think the changes that we just now like came up with in 5 minutes, like any of those things being added, you know what I mean, could have definitely helped the game out a little bit. This thing loses massive points for the bosses. Like you said, Brad, like in these games sometimes, you know what I mean, it's like they kind of are what they are, but usually the bosses kind of like help fill that void if the game isn't that great. At least you have something to look forward to. Like you get through the monotony of like 5 stages of the same thing, but at least you get to fight the boss.
Yeah.
But this was just, I've never seen, this might be the worst bosses I've ever seen in any game.
That we've
It's
done,
just the same thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, and there's a safe spot and it's the same spot for every single boss. You just stand there and shoot. So it's like, it's so arbitrary to even fight them. And then, like Jordan said, they just get more health. So it's like, I can't wrap my head around the reasoning to that. Yeah, I don't know. The enemies, like, I could let the enemies slide. There's a couple. There's enough. It's like, whatever. They all have some different movement patterns and stuff to try to, like, work around. But, yeah, I don't know. This game definitely lacks substance. So it's getting a 70 from me.
Yeah, I think I'm only slightly higher. I'm going to give it an 80. Everything after the first planet is all just copy paste filler stuff. It doesn't really even need to be there anymore. The game could have just been like up to the first boss, because that's pretty much what you're doing every time you're replaying the game over and over again. Some of the actual levels themselves, all right, they get a little more challenging. I mean, it's not different enough for you to actually want to play past the first world. And even like the first boss, I can understand keeping him the same, just to get you used to the game. Whatever, have him be super easy. But after that, like, doing that again, the same dude like 4 more times, I don't get it. But I don't know. It was still kind of cool just being able to place blocks where you want to. So it was definitely different from a lot of stuff we played. But rather than like build on that and make it more different every level, they just copy and pasted the first world 4 more times. So yeah, I'll sit at an 80 on it.
We keep saying it's the same thing over and over again, which it is, but I don't know. It's like certain games, like for instance, like Pac-Man or Tetris, you do the same thing over and over again, but there's something about that that's more fun. So I don't know. This was just missing some more elements and have the gameplay varied and have it more fun. So I don't know what it was missing, but even just being the same thing over and over again, sometimes games can get away with that, but this couldn't do it for me.
I think that's the thing with like games like Pac-Man, and that you already know that beforehand. Like that's what Pac-Man is. That's kind of what they're going for. Like
Right.
It wasn't like I think just the challenge in that is the ghosts actually act different. They speed up and all that. Your power pellets don't last as long, so it does get harder. And they take different paths and stuff. You got to find different routes through the level. But this game, I was expecting, like, with all the stuff they got going on, it seems like a little puzzle game. I was expecting some really cool stuff to make me think a little bit, but it wasn't it wasn't that kind of game.
I mean, if I came into this and someone told me it was going to be the same thing over and over again, I don't think I'd be any more hyped. It's still just as boring.
True.
Like, you're going to see this first level, that's all you're going to do. Like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to do that.
Pac-Man can be a very quick game, too. Like, you just die in a couple seconds. You're like, I'll try it again, see if I can last for, like, 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Right.
I don't know. This game is, like, a lot more effort than Pac-Man. Pac-Man, you just use a joystick, and that's it.
Yeah. I agree. I'm not saying Pac-Man's bad for doing that. Just to compare another game that doesn't really change the gameplay a lot, but still does it well. Anyway, Jordan, let's get you a rating here.
I'll go a little bit higher because for all of its flaws, which there are plenty of, I do still think it's fun. At least, I mean, it's bad, but it's still kind of fun. I mean,
True.
They did re-release this for the Game Boy Advance, and I could see this being one of those games where it's like, if you have your Game Boy Advance with you and you gotta kill like 5 to 10 minutes, you just kind of bust it out, play it for fun for a little bit, just to pass the time. So while it's not necessarily good, I will give it bonus points for just kind of being still fun to play to an extent, even if you are kind of just repeating yourself over and over again. So I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm going to go just barely over 50%, and I'm going to give it a 110 out of 216.
It's understandable. It wasn't an insanely bad game. It just got stale.
Like, we've definitely played games that I was flat out like, I would never in my wildest dreams want to play this again, but I could play this again, even if it's not the most exciting thing in the world.
Well, I think that leads right into our rankings. I think we're going to have some discrepancies here with based on your little synopsis there, because I would not want to play this over most games we played, personally.
I'm not going to fight super hard for Tang Tang, man.
No, you're not putting it all on the line for Tang Tang.
Nah, dude, it's okay. We'll put it at number 5 and just move along.
Bump Turtles down.
Yep, one spot above Turtles, dude.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm done saying things. You guys can start it off.
I mean, I'm gonna start off strong here. I'm gonna say 40 and under. I'm down there on this one.
Oh man.
My problem is I really like Black Tiger a good bit, so that one's like, even if that was up a little bit higher, I still think I'd put this under like Altered Beast and Too Crude, definitely under Smash TV, Metal Slug. I don't think there's some like pretty decent games in that, you know what I mean, that range. I don't think it really compares to them.
I'd probably go like 41 or 42.
What?
I can't, dude.
You going 48 on that dead last.
I mean, I'm just looking at it, and it's after hearing Brad and Jordan, and I'm looking down the list, and even below what they're saying sits Gauntlet. We're about to put Tang Tang above it.
Hold on. To be fair, that was the original Gauntlet ranked in the year like 2024 or 2025, where it plays terribly.
Oh, man.
I'm okay with going down. To me, I'm being generous by saying 40. I would go under that. I'd put this under Gauntlet, actually. If we want to keep digging this one down.
It's gotta go. My vote is just go directly under Gauntlet.
Alright, I mean, I'm not going to fight it.
Gauntlet's sitting at 44 for anyone listening. Just a reference point.
Like, I had fun playing this, but I'm by no means going to scrap for it. It goes where it goes. The people who made this game made it in 10 minutes. They get what they deserve.
Sky, we didn't hear from you yet. What are you thinking?
Oh man, that's probably good for me too. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to. I'm not going to defend this game really.
Yeah, under Gauntlet you're thinking as well then?
Yeah.
Can we get it under Hot Rod, or we like it above Hot Rod?
Above Hot Rod.
Man, Hot Rod.
I don't care.
Man.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I couldn't stand playing Hot Rod.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's either one for me. I don't care.
Hey, Tang Tang might have had, the exact same boss 5 times, but at least it had a boss, dude. Hot Rod didn't even have a boss.
Boss.
Fair enough. Yeah, I would. If I had to go back and play one, I don't know. Hot Rod wasn't terrible. I wouldn't play the whole way through it. But yeah, we'll put Tang Tang above it then. Just lock it in there.
Works for me.
Yeah, that sounds
No
good.
contesting. All right. We have 44 is Gauntlet, 45 is Tang Tang, 46 is Hot Rod. All right, Jordan, let's see what trivia you scraped up for us this week.
All right, as you may have guessed, trivia for Tang Tang is it's pretty few and far between. So I kind of just scrapped together what I could. Might not be the best round of trivia that you've ever seen, but we got there. So, leading the way, Sky has 82, Brad has 77, Kyle has 65. Question number 1. We're gonna make this really simple, boys. It's not the most exciting game. As you progress, as we said, the bosses have more and more health bars. Nice and simple here. How many health bars does the final boss have? A, 18, B, 20, C, 23.
I'll say nice even 20.
I'm thinking 20 also.
All right, and Kyle.
Dude, if it's not 20, I'm going to lose it.
All right, boys, the correct answer is Kyle is going to lose it because it is C,
No.
23.
Oh my god.
What happens now, Kyle?
I lost it.
Dang,
Lost it.
dude. That's crazy. You need to
That's
calm
the
down
rules.
over there.
I
need
told
to
you I was
calm down,
going
dude.
to.
Jordan, in true Tang Tang fashion, your next 2 questions should be the exact same question.
All right, question number
Yeah,
2.
true.
As you progress, the bosses have more and more health bars. How many health bars does the second boss?
10.
Okay. Oh, you got it. How'd you know?
Just get it wrong then.
Anyway, question number 2. The blocks that you create are a different color on each planet. What color are they on the futuristic city planet? A, purple, B, red, C, yellow.
Trying to think like what would match to a different element for one of the other planets.
Yeah.
I'll just go with purple because that's initially what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking purple.
Yeah, I was thinking either that or yellow. I feel like yellow might be like the desert planet or whatever it was, the sun planet. I mean, not to jump on the train again, but I also think it's purple.
Look at that, boys. You reversed your fortunes here. The correct answer is A, purple.
Nice.
Y'all are just teaming up today, I guess, huh? You just want to all
Okay.
work together on this one?
Guess so.
All right, well, let's see who turns on who here in question number 3. This one's it's a little goofy, but it's about the best thing I could find. There's, as I said, not much out there. So, the back of the original flyer for Tang Tang has a few goofy sounding lines on it. Which of the following is not included among these? A, free of violence. B, just need your perfect skill and sense. Or C, for friend fun.
I'm going to say A.
Okay.
Wait, what's A again?
Free of violence.
That's the only one that sounds like correct English, so I think I'm going to go with that.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna spice it up. I'm gonna go C.
Oh, he's gonna spice it up. Well, good thing he did because the correct answer is C. It
Oh,
does not
no.
say for friend fun. Kyle deciding to be the one to break the trend here, and it worked out for him. It does say on the back, free of violence, and just need your perfect skill and sense. Kyle gets 2 correct today. He goes to 67. Sky and Brad both get 1. Sky will go to 83. Brad will go to 78. And that's a wrap for the Tang Tang trivia.
If I would have thought for like 3 seconds, this game's only 2 players, so I should have picked 4.
Yeah, dude, come on, you gotta think about it. You
Oh,
rushed
man.
it too much,
I did not think about that at all.
Yeah, me either. I knew this game was only 2 player, but I went right over my head. You got me.
You got too excited, dude.
I just metagamed Jordan's questions because I knew that he had made one of them up, and he made it up to sound like one of the other ones. So 2 of them that sounded similar had to have been one of them had to be made up because he wouldn't make up, the English version.
Odd one out.
Kyle there standing all triumphant on the top of his own dick block tower.
Told you, dude. I metagamed.
This is a lot higher. We're actually looking up at him. Like, how'd he get up
Right.
there?
Boy, we definitely beat our quota for the dick talk in this episode, didn't we?
Yeah,
Oh,
might
we
as well
really beat
max
it.
it out. We really beat it.
Oh no, here comes Rock Hardy.
Here we go. What a day.
I don't know if I can recommend this game to anyone, but if you do play this game, get in there and draw yourself a dick. You just got to do it for yourself. Send us a picture of it. Send us your dick pics. We'll post them.
Whoa,
We'll put them on social media.
Hold on. Nobody listened to Brad.
I don't think our Discord is
do
going to be
that.
kid friendly anymore.
Arcadiologyquestions@gmail.com. Send them in, boys.
Send your best Tang Tang dick pic.
That's right.
We'll
guys.
rate them out of 10
man.
for you.
We're rating this one out of 6.5 inches. What do you give it, Jordan?
Oh, no, dude. I hate this.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. We should probably get out of here.
Fun stuff, fun stuff.
All right. With that being said, the next game we'll be playing is the Outfoxies. Follow us on social media at Arcadiology. Send us questions, comments to arcadiologyquestions@gmail.com or fill
And
out
dick
the
pics.
Google form in the description. Sneak them in there. Yeah, we'll love it. Send them, forward them over to Jordan. But anyways, come join our Discord.
put his
hang
personal
out with
email.
us. Leave your thoughts for our next game, and we'll read it on the show next time. But that should pretty much be it, boys. Let's get out of here.
Later, dudes.
I break blocks.
Goodbye, my friends.